Hi, my fellow rainbow sheep. Today I'm going to talk to you about a few guidelines that help me in my new life, knowing that I have a mental disease. I've already written about it, but it's going to be a little bit different from what I've written because I've gained some experience in the little time that I have had in knowing that I'm bipolar type 2. So, this is my own experience, what helps me. I hope that this might help you, and you might add to my list also. And I encourage you to add to my list because, as I've said, this is from my own experience. So, the first thing I think that you need is a professional or professionals,
Why you didn't say
a
that?
team on YouTube, baby. Can you let me talk?
Okay.
Sorry, that was my son.
Hello.
Baby, stop. I let you talk after, okay? So the first person that helped me is my doctor. I'm lucky enough to have had my doctor for a long time, so he's known me for a long time, and he's also known my family for a long time. The other person that I have in my life that I'm lucky enough to have is my social worker. These two individuals work together as a team, and so, some things that I talked to my doctor about, he said that he would talk to my social worker about, and vice versa. As psychiatrist, I've consulted, and he's the one who gave me my diagnosis. I'm not sure if I need one in my life at the moment because I think it's enough that I have my social worker and my doctor whom I both see on a regular basis. I see my social worker once a week and my doctor once a month approximately. So I think that it's important to have professionals on your team. The other thing that I think is important is medication. I'm not pro medicine and I'm not against medicine. I think that if you need it, you take it. I'll give you the example of a diabetic who needs insulin. When you have a psychological or a mental disease, it's something in your head, it's a chemical imbalance of some kind, and the medicine is there to make it normal. Um, so I'm on lithium. I'm on Celexa, which is an antidepressant. I take Imovan, which is a sleeping pill when I need it because sometimes I can be an insomniac, and I also take Pantaloc, which is for my stomach. Because all the medicine that I do take, I do have a sensitive stomach, and so the medicine, the Pantaloc, helps me with that. So again, if you need to be medicated, then be so. Zachary. The other thing that I think that you might need is to know people like you. For me, that came in the form of going to Revivre. I kept in touch with at least one person that I met there. I did not go to the meetings because I did not feel the need to. What happens for me is that I can't sit still and listen to a lot of people without talking, so it's not really for me. But what they do offer there is group support in the form of meetings. Zachary, please be quiet or go in the living room.
That's not nice to say.
No,
to
it is nice to
yourself.
say because I am talking right now and you are making noise. So the third thing that I think you need is people like you. You need to know people like you. When I went to the meeting, what it gave me was a sense of not being alone, of not being the only person that has these crazy things going on in her head. So check it out. Revivre is for people with anxiety, people with depression, and people with bipolar disorder. There are other groups that are out there for people with different mental illnesses. You just need to find your own. The fourth thing I think you need is encouragement and support from your family and friends, those that you've had already and that you will continue to have while knowing that you're sick. You might lose some. I have. I've lost friends and I've lost family members, not, through death, but through my own behavior or their own behaviors. The people who have supported me and encouraged me are my mother, my boyfriend, my friend Bo, and my beautiful son. So expect to lose people, but expect to gain people and keep the ones that are helping you close to your heart. At heart. Another thing that I've found that has helped me and that I think you need are hobbies and activities that you love to do that keep you busy. For me, it's been in the shape of reading. I've always loved reading, so excuse me. Excuse me. I've struggled a little bit with that because with my mental illness, when I'm high, I have a lack of attention and I can't stay sitting down reading for long, but I'm working on that because I love to read. But another thing that's helped me is coloring. That I do often, and music. These are all my CDs, and that's just a little bit. I'm often singing, listening to music, or I'm writing and listening to music and singing, or I'm listening to music, singing, and coloring at the same time. It works for me. So
Crazy.
no, it's not crazy. You're crazy. So find what you love and do it. Another thing that's helped me and that might help you is I've done a lot of research on my disease. For me, it's been in the form of books in French and English. And these are just a few examples of the books that I've been looking at. I basically looked online on the search engines of the libraries that I go to. I go to L'Angelier Library and I go to the one downtown. And I just typed in bipolar and bipolarity, et bipolaire and bipolarité, and they come out with a list, and I jotted down the names, and I found the books, and I looked at them, and if they were interesting, then I took them. If you're not a big reader, then go on the internet, find articles on the internet, find blogs on the internet, like mine. Hi! That might help you. And it helped me to understand myself a little bit better. The books that I took are either written from a personal standpoint, like Varda's book that I haven't read yet, but I've always found her an interesting person, and she's crazy. So this is a guidebook that I find very helpful. So, and there are lots of articles on the internet. The last thing that I will suggest to you that helps me a lot is to make your own toolbox of things that help you. For instance, an agenda has helped me out a lot. And as you can see at the beginning, if I can find it, it was lots of writing, lots of things. And that was when I was in a manic phase, as you can see. And that helps me to see, and as you can see, it went down as time went on and as the medicine took effect. I have less things written in it than I did before, but it helps me to see if I'm planning too many things, if I'm taking on too many things or not. So that helps me. Also, a calendar helps me to plan out bigger events in longer terms. And also what I'm planning on doing is doing a humor chart or a feeling chart to plan out how I'm feeling. Also what's included in my toolbox is when things get too intense between my boyfriend and I or between somebody, I ask to go for a walk, and I just take a walk around the block with music and with fresh air, and it calms me down. Or sometimes I go sing in the park. So you make a list of things that help you, your own personal toolbox. So when you go through manic phases or you go through depressive phases, then you can turn to your toolbox and use what helps you. So again, these are just 7 things that have helped me understand myself better and live a better life for myself. You can add your own things. You can suggest your own things that have helped you. The goal of this is just to give you ideas that might help you or might help other people that you know, either loved ones or what have you that are bipolar. So I wish you the best of luck and check in again soon. Bye.